Good afternoon, everybody. Chime in and let me know if you're watching. So today, it is Tuesday, April 26th, 2022. It's time for Teach Me Tuesday. My name's Mary Ellen Stites, and my business is Create With Me. And today's my birthday, so I have a really fun project for you. But don't ask me how old I am because, a lady never reveals her age. So, that's what my friends say. So I'll never say like how old I am. But I'm so glad that you're here joining me. And I have a really fun peekaboo card to show you. So chime in, let me know that you're watching. And then I'll take you down to my desk and we will show the card. Hi, Heather. So let me show you. I'm going to take you down to my desk. Let me get rid of that. Hi, Luann. So here's the card that I'm going to make today. It's super cute. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. I was reading Luann's thing. I think we can figure it out. Can you tell? Can you tell how old I am today? It says a little birdie told me, and when you open it up, there's a little panel that says you've got something to celebrate. So that's the card I'm going to show you. It's not hard. It's really not hard. It's really super cute. It's got a little sliding panel in there. So are you ready? So take a snapshot first of my desk. So just take a quick picture because you're going to want these measurements right here. Okay. So you've got one piece that is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. That's the front piece. And I've scored it at 2 3/4 right here. The inside of the card is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and I scored it right in half at 4 1/4. This is the back piece of my card, and it is 4 1/4 by 5 3/4, and then I scored it at 5 1/2, so it's just a little tiny 1/4 inch score right there. The other thing you're going to need is 2 circle dies, one that's just slightly bigger than the other one, or it could be any shape really, as long as you have something that's nesting, so that and fits on your card front, of course. So out of the bigger circle, I cut 2 pieces of basic white, and that's what I'm going to stamp my little windows on. And then I'm going to show you how to die cut the windows, and we'll go from there. So take a quick, I'm going to give you a second just to take a screenshot, okay? And then we'll get started. So I'm going to place this up here. I'm going to move this down, and we'll see if we can stay on the camera. If I don't stay on the camera, let me know. I usually don't do as much viewing of my comments, but I'm going to today. So, all right. So what you're going to do is you're going to score all your pieces. So this is the front, and I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a good score. So it's going to look like a card. This is your card front, and it's going to have this little about a third of, or half, I guess it's a half of for the back. And then the inside is going to end up being a little square, 4 1/4 inch square, because you're folding 8 1/2 inches in half. Okay, so that's the inside of my card. And then the back of my card right here, we're going to score it. We're going to score it on that little 1/4 inch. That's probably the hardest part right there to get that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of set my pieces aside because I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So let me do that now. Okay, so I'm using the smaller of the 2 circles. Okay, so I've got the 2 circles. This is the smaller one. And I am going to cut just at the upper right of my front of my card, right? So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to make a little sandwich. It can be really anywhere, but it has to be on the right side, okay? So it could be, you could have yours down here. I'm going to have it up here. And I'm going to go ahead and run that through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Okay. This piece here you can save for another project. Don't throw it away. You might need it. So now I've got the front of my card is cut just like that. I'm gonna take this slow so that you can stay with me. Then I'm going to take the inside of my card, which is right like this. This is the inside. Okay, super easy. I'm going to take the front of my card and I'm going to lay it over the top, lining up my edges, just like this. I'm going to insert my circle right into that. I may have to fuss with it a little bit once I put it on my machine. So let me open it up. I want to make sure my edges are square. You could use tape. I'm not going to use tape today, and hopefully I won't regret it. Okay, and then I've just put that like a puzzle piece right with that folded together. So I'm running 3 pieces through, so it gets a little tight. It's going to take a little bit. Let me know you're still with me, that you're still following what I'm saying. Okay, so there we've cut through, and we'll see if it cut or not. There's our second one, and sometimes you have to go and cut this one. So it looks like we're going to have to cut it again, which is fine. I mean, we can't expect these to be miracle machines, although they are wonderful. Okay, so there we've got 3 pieces. We are done with this machine for now. I'm going to set it back over there and bring in our pieces. Front, back, middle, inside. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the back of my card right here, and I'm going to tape it or glue it to the inside of my card, just like this. Okay. All right. Just making sure. And I like liquid glue. And the reason I like liquid glue is because it gives me time to maneuver my paper. If I use tear and tape, it's once and done. And if I don't have it right, then I make a mess because I'm ripping it apart, right? So I'm going to take this, and I don't know that there's an easy way except just to lay it on there and get it perfectly square. And since I'm using liquid glue, I can turn it around. Okay, so I have this crazy kind of a Z right now, okay? All right. Then I am going to take this, and I have this adhesive on my cutting plate, and I haven't washed it, so it leaves this adhesive residue. I don't think you can see it, but I can feel it on there, so I'm going to get rid of that with my adhesive eraser. This is going to all be glued to the front here, so I can go ahead and put glue or tape or whatever right here to the front of my card. All right, we'll do all our decorating afterwards. I'm gonna risk it and show you the mechanics of it all. All right, so this can be laid on here and carefully pressed on. Okay, so what happens is when you open it, then that slides just like that. So now we can do our decorating. I'm ready to do some stamping. So I've got the colors. I'm using the new Sweet Songbirds. I love this, Sweet Songbirds. And we're going to use this for our birthday card. Okay, so the colors I picked were Orchid Oasis, the new Orchid Oasis for my bird, and Sweet Sorbet, and then Soft Suede and Parakeet Party. We're also going to use some black and Versamark. So I'm going to start with Soft Suede and my tree branch. And I'm going to ink this up. And my Soft Suede is really funky. So when I say that, it has ink in funny places. So I'm going to stamp my branch right down here. Okay. Then I pre-cut. I'm going to stamp my leaves before I do that because I might run into trouble if I don't. I'm done with this one. Okay, so I'm going to use my leaves here and stamp them on the end of my branch. Then I'm going to clean my stamp. Okay, and then I'm just going to ink up just the 3 leaves and stamp those down here. Okay, now I'm going to add my, I pre-stamped and cut out by hand this little nest, and I'm going to put this little nest right here. Okay, and that's just sitting on there. And then what I like to do, what I did on this card is to decorate it, is I just stamped the leaves around this circle just to give my card a little more decoration. Now I'm going to run into a problem there, and when I say problem, I don't have enough room for both, so I'm going to again just ink up the 3. I cleaned my stamp, and that way I can get one more set of leaves in there. Okay, so now I'm going to take a Versamark pad, and if you're not familiar with Versamark, it's just a clear sticky ink, and I want to make my little birds singing a little birthday tune, and that's going to be going up just like so, decorating the front of my card. And my little birdies, this is so cute, watch this. I punched out the beak from the Songbird Punch, and I'm just going to take that and I'm going to tuck those little beaks right in to my nest, and those little baby birds are singing a little song. I'm going to poke that one in there. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then I've got one more that's just hatched and singing his little song. Oops, that's not the lid to that. Have you ever done that? I do that a lot. Okay, so there's my little birds are singing their little song. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my leaves again around this circle inside. This is the inside where I'll sign my name and put my little, ooh, I almost made it. I think I'm good enough with it overlapping a little. I think I'm fine with that. I'm going to also stamp my greeting. I'm done with the green here for now. I'm going to stamp my greeting in Orchid Oasis. I'm going to stamp the words happy birthday, and I'm here in Florida with limited supply, so I'm using light-hearted lines, and I only want the words happy birthday. So I'm going to go off the edge here, see if I can ink up happy birthday. I think I have it, and not get a mess. If I get a mess, then that's okay. So I got happy birthday there. And then I took a little, I pre-stamped, and I want to show you the punch in case I haven't shown you the punch. So here's the little Songbird Punch. So I stamped and punched the little bird. And what I'm going to do is I want my little bird to be right here, but I don't want, I want the tail to be on the page too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tail off my bird. Ow! And I'm going to put the bird on this side, right at the crease. And I'm going to take my tail, and I'm going to get him as close as I can so that it looks seamless, yet we know it's not quite. So when it folds, there's that. Cute, cute. And then, of course, we need a little wing. Even though this is the inside of my card, I've just got to keep it on the right side of my, whoops, right side of my fold. But this card's a little bulky anyway, so I don't mind that that's popped up a little bit. So now let me do the stamping on the 2 circles so that you can see how they go in there and how they will slide. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp, I'm going to stamp the little bird. I only need a little bit of him. Okay, we're going to stamp him there. I want to show you a really cool trick that I do with the belly of the bird. So I just want it to be kind of an ombre, so I'll just rock and roll, but I don't like that stark line. So I take my blending brush and I just do a little bit of pouncing to kind of blend it up. Let's see how I did. And then lay it down, and it should be a little white up there, and it kind of gives it that belly look. That belly look. Close this up. Need some eyes. We'll stamp his little eyes. We'll take a marker. I'm just going to take the pumpkin pie blend and color in the beak. And the greeting is going to say, "A little bird told me." I'm going to keep it as close as I can. And I'm going to add a little bit of the musical notes, this time in black. Okay, and then the other one, I'm going to stamp the greeting that says, "A little bird told me you've got something to celebrate." Of course, we need the musical notes again. Try it there. Okay, and then maybe just for kicks and giggles, I'll add a little bit of the greenery. For some color. Here. I'll do a little bit here too. It's always a placement that's the hardest sometimes. But you know what? It's all good. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to assemble this. I'm going to kind of move things out of the way. And I think I might actually move this pad out of the way so that it's not, the dirty parts don't get in the way. Okay, so that sounded bad, the dirty parts. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to glue the first bird all the way to the back. Look, it almost blends so that it looks like the leaves are coming in. So I'm going to keep my card closed. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I'm going to try not to press it down until I've got it about where I want it. Okay. Then the second one, when I open my card, we need to keep it straight. We want to open it like that. So here's our card. A little birdie told me. See, put it up here. I'm going to put that so you can see that too. So a little birdie told me you've got something to celebrate. Happy birthday. Is that not so adorable? But can you imagine the possibilities with all kinds of sets? I mean, anything, just the words, any kind of words that you want to put. But who doesn't love a little card that moves? And I'm totally in love with this idea of these little chicks, little baby chicks in here singing their little song. So I hope you guys enjoy this card. Go back and watch again. I'll put it up on YouTube, but there's my host code for the month of April. If there's something that you're looking for, I know a lot of people are waiting for May, and that's okay too. May 3rd, our catalog, our brand new catalog goes live. Let me just show it to you because it's just fabulous. May 3rd, that one goes live on May 3rd. So watch for that too. But thank you for everybody who gave me birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm going to be cool about it and not tell you how old I am, because I'm a lady and I'm just going to keep it, to myself. So you know, we're here in Florida, we're having a good time, and I'm just a year older. That's all. No big deal. Not a big deal. So, you guys, you have a great day. I appreciate you sharing and liking, and I appreciate all the birthday wishes. You guys have a great day. Bye, everybody.